Okay. So we're going to put the brown marker. Awesome. So today we're going to go over bar graphs. All right. We're going to start by just drawing out a layout, showing your axis lines. This would be your X. This would be your Y. We're going to label it. It's going to be fruits brought to the picnic. Okay, so first off, we're going to draw that we brought some grapes. Awesome grapes, I know. Mm-hmm. Next, we're going to have apples. All right, and then lastly, we're going to do a third one, and that's going to be a watermelon. At least we can tell what that one is. Next, we're going to just have a couple of lines. Now, this is always a 0, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to number it out. So, today, we're going to have counted everything out, and we're going to say that we brought 3 bags of grapes. We brought 5 apples. And we brought 2 watermelon. Now, we know how many of each we brought. We see that it's listed on our x-axis. Whoops. Now we just need to figure out how to graph it. So, in order to do this, we're going to show our grapes. We have 3 of them. So we're going to start, we're going to draw a line up, and we're going to make a bar. And then we're just going to kind of, for this one, we're going to put horizontal lines in it. This is just so we can sit here and differentiate which bars go to which item. Because sometimes if you have a bunch all in one, they combine and people get them confused. So we're going to know that the horizontal lines go with the apples. Just kidding, they go with the grapes. Alright, for our second bar, we have, this one's the apples. We're going to say they had 5, so we're going to go back over here, and we're going to draw up to 5. And make another bar. And for this one, we're just going to do diagonal lines. Because who doesn't like diagonals? So, same thing for this one. We went across to see which one we had, which was the apples. And then we counted all the way up to the 5 line. Last, we have watermelon. We have 2 of these. So we're going to go up 2. Do like that, and since there's seeds, we're just going to do a bunch of dots all over this bar. Now, for this bar graph, just to recap real quick, you have your x-axis, your y-axis, you have the listing of what all you brought on your x, which is grapes, apples, watermelon, and on our y-axis, we brought our amounts. We need to label it also. Whoops. Amount. And this needs a title, so we're going to label it fruit. Now, it's also very important to remember, anytime you have your amounts listed right here, that they're in a specific order. You can't just have numbers like 1, 6, 7, 10, and 11. They have to be in a direct order. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Otherwise, your bar graph can be totally out of whack. So always remember, keep it in order. Start with your x-axis, and we're going to work our way to the y-axis. Okay? So this is just an example. I'm going to erase the board real quick, and then at that point, we're going to sit here and we're going to do another one to go along with the worksheet that we have. And we're going to sit here and finish that up, and then we're good to go. I think. We're going to hope. Boom. Okay. So, this one's really awesome, and it's donations to Goodwill. Yes, because everybody needs to donate sometimes. Goodwill. So there's our title. Next, we're going to have our axis lines. This again, x-axis, and this one's the y. So we're going to start with the x. This is going to be our items. We're just going to put it right here. So we have a t-shirt, a pair of pants, or shorts, whichever that looks more like, and an umbrella. Because I really don't know what else to draw, and I can't draw very good. Next we have our amounts. Remember, this is always a 0. There's not always going to be a 0 actually to show here, but it is always starting with 0. Then we're going to do our little lines. 3, 6. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, on our worksheet right here, we have them already pre-drawn. We have our shirts listed, and if we kind of look at it, you can see that there are 2 shirts. So we're going to write 2 underneath. On our pants, there are 4. And umbrellas, there are 3. Now, to sit here and understand this, we have our first graph. This bar, because there's 2 shirts, we have to start with our x-axis. Going to work up to 2 and draw our first bar. Like we did before, we're going to do each bar different kind of design. So this one's going to have lines again. Next, we have our pants. There's 4 of them. So we're going to do from here all the way to the 4. This one, we're going to do the diagonals. And then for our last one, we have our umbrellas. There was 3 listed here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, across. And for this one, we're just going to do horizontal lines. So, just one more recap. We have 2 shirts. So we're going to go across our x-axis, shirt bar, count it up. 1, 2, there's your line, and here's your box. For the pants, back across your x-axis, 4 of them, so we're going to go up, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your pants. And then lastly, you have your 3 going up, and there's your 3 bar. That's the 3 bar for the umbrellas. Now, whenever we look at the worksheet, there are questions, so let's kind of go through those. First, we have what was donated. For that one,
everything on your x-axis.
Awesome, which means our answer would be we have shirts, pants, and umbrellas. You can either sit there and put 2 shirts, 4 pants, 3 umbrellas, or you can just list the pants, shirts, and umbrellas. Okay? Next, how many were donated in column A?
2.
That is correct, because this would be column A, B, C, 3 columns, 2 shirts, 1, 2. There's our first answer. How many would be donated in column B?
3.
Wrong. So, just so we understand, this is column B, right here, and this is column C. Now, column C, according to our question is one of them, the answer would be 3. And this is because X, 1, 2, 3, and go across, there's 3. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So then the question before, how many were donated in column B?
4.
There we go. We're going to go across the X up for 4. See, it matches. And there's our column B with 4 pants. Now, what axis are the donation items listed on? Is it the X or the Y?
On the x-axis.
Correct. It is on your x-axis. This is because we want an actual bar graph. If we had reversed it, there are multiple different graphs, but that one could have made an easier line graph. But because we don't want to go through all that today, we're sticking with the basics. We're going to keep it down here at your x-axis. Okay? And then what axis are the amounts listed on?
On the Y.
Correct! Don't forget, because I'm always forgetting that one. Amounts. We always need a title. So items, amounts. Title for the overall project. X-axis. Y-axis. Or A, B, C. Boom!